I honestly don't even know if I have enough time to film this video because I am definitely about to go out. But I'm going to try to get this video out for you guys. So,
service providers, especially in Houston, like, y'all really have to learn customer service. I hear the horror stories that people have with their makeup artists, hairstylists, and that's never been my story. But today, I got a story for y'all. So now, my normal hairstylist and makeup artist, bomb.com, never have an issue. But she was booked today, and this was the only day we could take our family photos, so I had to go with someone else. But I booked an appointment with her at 9:30, and I live a while away from everything. So about to head out, and I see a text message, can we start at 9:45? And I'm like, hey, I'm coming from Katie, but that's fine. I'm already on the way, but that's fine. No, thank you. No, nothing. Just radio silent. She might have been doing makeup, so whatever. I heard nothing from her. So I get there, I pull up, I go in the studio at 9:40. Nothing for a few minutes. I'm sitting there. Then she comes out at 9:47 to say, I'm going to be with you in a few minutes. No, you're supposed to be with me right now. So it's 9:50, 9:52, 9:55, 9:57. I text her and I'm like, is this appointment still happening? So then I see a girl come out, and then she's like, you can go have a seat. Ma'am, you're the reason you're late, not me. Why you got an attitude with me? She never apologizes. She never says thank you for being flexible. Like, I don't even really need a sorry, but you could have said thank you for being flexible. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for something. She's nothing, just sat in her chair. So I really kind of wanted to tell her about herself, but one, I needed my makeup done, and two, I did not want to walk out looking like a clown. So I just held my tongue. She asked what time our shoot was, and I said 2 o'clock. She said, okay, well, I'll have you out of here by 10:30. So now you rushing my session because you're late? And my thing was, if the tables were reversed, my appointment would have been canceled. You would have kept my deposit, and it would have been all my fault. But you're 30 minutes late, not apologetic, not sincere, not anything. But you're going to get me out of the chair by 10:30 in 30 minutes. She asked me, do I have a look? So I go on her Instagram and pulled up the picture that I had saved. And she was like, that's glam. Okay. Like, I got the money, I could pay for glam, but her tone was just like, I don't have time for glam. So I said, okay. So I scrolled and I found another picture, and she was like, that's glam. Girl, I don't know what's glam and what's regular, okay? Because nothing on the picture says this is glam, this is natural. Like, I don't know. I just saw a pretty picture and I was like, okay, make my face like that. So I guess she realized, like, I don't know what your natural and glam is. So she's like scrolling on the Instagram, and she was like, this is natural. I said, that's fine. Like, if you would have started on time and realized that I was going for a glam look, you could have said, hey, you booked natural, I can do glam, but it's gonna be X amount of dollars or whatever. And I would have been like, oh yeah, go ahead. But from your response, it's like, you didn't even have time to do glam, even if I wanted. But like, why is that my fault? You were late. 30 minutes late at that.
I feel like in this story, it's given off that maybe this makeup artist was successful and, you know, she wasn't worried about you as a client. Like, she's got others, like she's fully booked, right? If word gets around that you have a bad attitude, that will affect your business. So you want to make sure that you provide quality customer service to each and every face that you touch, because that is what's going to grow your business. Even if you're already successful, that's what is going to continue to grow your business. For one, I'm sorry if y'all can hear my AC cutting on. It's summertime. It's hot. I live in Atlanta, so. But, you know, I feel like as a service provider, if you're the one that's late, she should get back her deposit at least. Offer her something that is going to still make her feel special. The one thing I've learned about working in healthcare is a lot of patients tend to feel like they are the only patient, even though this doctor is a highly sought after doctor. This doctor is world renowned. But when that patient is in his chair, they feel like they're the only one. That's what you want to give off to each and every customer that you encounter, that they're the only one. Make them feel special. Like, that's important. That's what's gonna continue to grow your business. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch part 2.
But like, why is that my fault? You were late. 30 minutes late at that. I don't need the warm and fuzzies from everybody, but I definitely didn't get it from her. But, like, why do you have an attitude? Like, why? But at 10:27, someone walks in and she was like, I'll be with you in a minute. So she has a 10:30. So she was determined to get her 10:30 on time, but didn't have that same energy for me. Not only.
Also, keep in mind, she already had a makeup artist that she was going to consistently. You could have easily snagged this client.
It was that rude. Like, you still had not said sorry at all at this point. So we finished the appointment, and I asked her, do you charge the card on file? She was like, you can do that or Zelle. And I was like, you can charge the card on file. She was like, okay, you have to sign. And I'm not expecting a discount. I wouldn't, but like courtesy would say that you would say, hey, I'm not going to charge you full price. One, I didn't spend the full time on you. I get it. She used the same number of products, but like you hurriedly and did my makeup. Like you made no concessions. And when she was pulling up the total bill, she was like, and sorry for being late. Girl, I don't want that week sorry, because now you're about to get my money and then think it's the best time to say sorry. But whatever. So I signed and she did charge the full price. But like, the thing in this is, it's, again, I get life happens. I got 3 kids. I'm going to be late. But being apologetic because you have now inconvenienced me. But here was the kicker. I'm like 15 minutes at this point and I'm looking up and my lash isn't staying, right? My lash was lifting, if y'all can see. It'll be just my look. My eyes start watering and everything messed up, so I just left it. If she wouldn't have rushed, she would have waited. Look, just, you know, like I just wanted to get out of her chair. And she wanted me out of her chair too because her 10:30 was here. But I say all this to say, if you are in the service business, have some service and have some professionalism. Like, you were late, and offer some concessions when you're in the wrong, because that's 30 minutes. Not 5, not 10, not even 15, because I'm pretty sure her rules say after 15 minutes your appointment is canceled. And I should have been like, give me back my deposit. And I could just go dispute these charges, but I'm not that kind of person. But I'm wondering if I should I wanted to text her and just tell her about herself. But you know what? People are carrying loads and weight that I don't even know, and I'm not even going to go down there. But if you are a service provider and you are that late to an appointment, you need to apologize. You need to offer a concession. You just need to do better.
In part 1, she mentioned how they were going through the pictures trying to figure out a makeup look that she liked. You know, like, for a makeup artist, that's the consultation right there. You know, like, looking at the photos, seeing kind of what you like, that is our consultation. It gives me an idea of what you like and what you don't like, and it allows my creative juices to start flowing so that I make sure that I create something that you like. For someone who does not do makeup professionally, they don't know what natural glam, soft glam, full glam, they don't know the difference. They only know what they like, what they see. It's your job to educate them. And with every client that I get, I try to at least teach them something. I definitely agree with the concessions. You want to offer something. At least give her back her deposit fee. It's only fair. I do understand, you know, just as a service provider in general, when you have clientele and you may have a busy day, back to back, it can be extremely stressful. But that's not your customer's fault. That's not their issue. That's your issue. That's your problem. Maybe the person before this client came late and it's not even your fault. It doesn't matter. You eat that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a video from the consumer's point of view. I feel like, you know, these are topics that we should all discuss. There's certain etiquette that we should all discuss, okay? Like, what's okay and what's not okay. It's not okay to make your client walk away feeling like that. That's not okay. And do better. Do better. But I will see you guys in the next one.